lavender oil? How does it smell? Fresh, hard? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you smell? Strong? It's strong. And it's supposed to be strong because it's supposed to hit your nerves. Your nervous system is connected to your nose. And the nervous system in your nose awakens certain senses in your brain. That's how God made us. And so when those certain sense hit those receptors in our brain, it automatically sends a message. That message helps to induce sleep hormones called serotonin. So serotonin are those good hormones that we get, and they get triggered by either being sometimes in the sun or by essential oils. So if you have a baby, like, I don't know if you guys notice products in the grocery stores, they have lavender oil. Why do they do that? Because they want to tell you that lavender oil is going to help with sleep. And the reason why it does that is because God created lavender oil to have a benefit where it helps to induce a restful sleep. So once you go through a hard day and you go take a bath, if you put a little bit of this in the edge of your, like if you're taking a shower, you put it in the edge of the shower and you let the hot water hit it, you're going to smell that smell. And that's another way that's going to help you to relax, okay? The next oil that we're going to talk about is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is one of my favorite because eucalyptus, when you're going through a cold, you usually have these sinuses right here that get stuffy with mucus. And that's just the body's way of saying, okay, I'm getting better, but I'm not there yet, so I still have mucus in these sinuses. So eucalyptus oil opens up your sinuses. Smell this and pass it around. The one that you guys have, can I have a volunteer? Can you give it like a, and pick up the ones that they are using? Put it on this paper for me, please. Just pass it around. The ones that y'all have finished, Chanel, pass it around, and the one that y'all finished, give it to her. The ones that they're done with, just put it over.
Yeah, you put it in the trash.
So, like I said,
Yeah.
You didn't get the eucalyptus?
That's your card.
She probably dropped it.
She probably dropped it. Sorry. Let me give you the eucalyptus. This one. Now, eucalyptus, instantly, when you have a cold, it opens up the sinuses. And I like to mix eucalyptus with cayenne pepper and coconut oil. And I put a lot more coconut oil, and I put it in my hands. And before I go to sleep, I just put it under my eyes, tap it there, and then it instantly helps deflate the pressure that the sinuses cause. The cayenne pepper, I take cayenne pepper, just a very sprinkle of it. And I'll give you the formula if you want. I'll send you my email and I'll send you that. And then you take coconut oil, which is the carrier oil that I was telling you guys about. Mix it in there, and I put a couple of drops of this. And then I'll mix it in my hands, and I'll put it there under my thing. Of course, my eyes are closed by now. And when I'm sleeping, me breathing it in will open up these pores. Cayenne pepper is a circulatory agent that brings oils, food where it needs to go. So cayenne pepper, I've told many of my friends in the past, is not the one that you eat, the table kind, the medicinal kind. It has 90,000 heat units or more. It's hot for a reason. And the reason for it is it opened up the circulation. So if any of you guys know somebody that has heart problems or circulatory problems, drinking a little bit of cayenne pepper in their drink, water, juice, whatever, the medicinal one, every day will help open up your circulation, so it can provide better blood flow, because the circulatory system needs good blood flow in order to do its work properly. Cayenne pepper has been known, if you know somebody who's having a stroke or heart attack, you take a little bit and put it under their tongue while they're in that state. It gives you enough time to call 911, and it will add literally minutes or hours to their lives if you do this quick action for them if they're having a heart attack or stroke. It's been done. I've heard stories, and even for people that I know myself has taken cayenne pepper, the medicinal one, put it under their tongue, they were having a heart attack, it kind of kept them up so that they don't fall into that stupor that usually people that have this thing goes into. Okay? I get it online off of Amazon. I just look for the one that is 90,000 heat units or more, because the ones that's 90,000 units or more have the power that it's supposed to have. The ones that you see on the shelves, they've been diluted because, you know, you're cooking with it, and they won't sell you those things for shelf use. I mean, for like seasonings.
Like, can you cook with the medicinal ones?
No, I don't think you should, because when you cook it, you change the chemical composition of it. So it's better to use it raw.
Okay.
But you mix it with other things to do its job.
So
Okay.
you're talking about the liquid one. What about the powder?
No, I'm talking about the cayenne pepper.
The cayenne pepper,
Yes. Yeah, the
They have it in liquid, they have it
the
in
liquid
powder.
one is usually already balanced. Like they already have it mixed for you. So it's already, you don't have to do anything by adding anything to it. But you just follow the directions on how you know, when you buy it, you follow the manufacturers. But I use the powder one, and then I just add it the way I need to. Yeah, I used to do it when I was pregnant with one of my children. I used to put it on everything, and it helped my circulation. When I had that baby, she had like very rosy cheek, and she was alert, and they was like, wow, your baby's alert. I was like, oh, that cayenne pepper.
The powder one?
Hmm?
The powder?
Yeah, I added in my food. I added,
Okay.
yeah, the powder, not the liquid.
Wait, I thought you said you cannot.
You cannot
don't cook
use
with
I
it.
don't cook it.
But you
After
just
my
add
food
it.
is cooked, I add it on there.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay,
yeah.
so I can eat it.
Yeah, you can eat it.
Okay.
You can eat it.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's very hot.
Very hot.
Yeah.
You have to work your way up to it. You know, there's a how should I say it? There's a word for it. It's not coming to my mind right now. But you have to work your way up little by little, you know? Okay, peppermint. Everybody's used to peppermint because as a kid, everybody know about peppermint candies and stuff like that. And just by the show of hands, how many of you guys know what peppermint is useful for?
I usually use it when I have like when my nose is stuffed, and just put in like
Okay.
it
When you
clears
have
up
For
my
headache?
nose. Or headache,
Mm-hmm.
Il fait bouche en fouet.
yeah.
I like that you mentioned that. A lot of manufacturers use peppermint because of
But
the
we don't-
coolness.
we don't mix it with anything.
Yes, it's the cool. It's the coolness.
See, I'm already like it's
You already passed it around? Okay. Peppermint, believe it or not, it helps with alertness. It promotes, you know, for someone who's working long hours, or someone, they don't have to be working long hours, someone who's just stressed on a normal basis, you would take peppermint oil, you could mix it with coconut oil if you're having a migraine, and you put it on the sides of your temple and you rub it in. And that can help reduce the stress of the migraine. And usually people have eyes in their eyes. I wouldn't recommend you put it in your eyes, but just putting it in your temples can help with the alertness and the stress that migraines cause. Now, the thing about natural stuff like oils and teas, they work along your body. They work with your body to get you to that place of wholeness or healthiness. You're not going to feel better right away when it comes to healthy. So it don't work like that. If you look at nature, you see it takes time for things to change. It takes time for things to happen, and that's the same thing with our bodies. In the chemical world, the reason why you instantly feel better when you take that medicine is because it's been chemically balanced to hit your system in a certain way to cover the symptoms while it's doing its job, but it's not healing you. It's just covering the symptoms and giving you a little more time to do what you gotta do, but you still have to do the natural stuff so that you can start the healing. Because if you don't, come in, have a seat. Because if you don't do that, you're just, in a sense, making your body aware that, oh yeah, I'm gonna get better, but then at the same time, you're tricking your body like, oh, the better's never gonna come. You know, I always tell people that I work with personally, if you have a medicine that you're taking, take the medicine if it's an emergency and it's needed. But do your alternative measures at the same time, because the medicine is there to either target something and to help hold you off until you're doing something different to get yourself better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about clary sage. Oh, thank you. Clary sage. This was a new one for me. I haven't really worked with clary sage. So when I was doing my research on clary sage, I was like, ain't that something? Sage is a good herb that I use in sometimes in my food.
I was gonna ask, is that the same?
It's in the same family.
Okay.
Yeah, but clary sage is, I mean.
Yeah, what about the sage? Is that the sage they use like some
In the food?
No, like, you know, some people use sage to in the house like this. You know, like they light it up, you have bad energy.
Magie.
No, that's not good.
Well, let me tell you something. I'll tell you something about that. I'll tell you something about that. Anything that God originated, Satan has a counterfeit. That's just how it is. We're just giving samples of smells. The reason why I say that is because
What was that one again?
clary sage. Clary sage promotes relaxation. Like I said, to those who just showed up, essential oils are never to be used alone. You have to mix it with a carrier oil because it will burn your skin, and it's never to be used. Essential oil is never to be ingested internally because it will burn the lining of your esophagus. It will cause problems in your system. That's why it's to be used externally, and it's for external use because it absorbs through your muscles, your skin, and certain oils you will see through this presentation. They have the ability to even break down tumors, fibrous tumors, cysts, and that is the good old-fashioned rheumaticity. A lot of people don't realize it, but if you have a cyst on your eyes, or a sty, I don't know what they call it. I learned it as styes. Flu. You put a little bit of rheumaticity before you go to bed and keep doing it, and it will break it down because it's a very powerful oil that it goes down through the different layers of skin, even to the tissue. So rheumaticity is something that, yeah, of course. I mean, I would say the good ones are the ones that hasn't been extracted. It comes in its natural state. Did everybody get a chance to smell clary sage?
It smells like a little bit like eucalyptus.
Like
a lot of them.
It's close to the lab.
A lot of them have the same. They call them notes.
Yeah.
They call them notes.
I saw that already.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try something different. Let's try lemongrass. Lemongrass is something that I grew up. My mom used to make this tea all the time.
It's a little bit sweet.
Citronelle. I love citronelle.
I love
I'm gonna start with this way.
Lip one. Oh.
A lot of these essential oils, they can be combined with other essential oils too, and they're gonna do the same exact thing. It's just about knowing what they do. Most of you guys already know what cigonelle smell like because you're from the islands. You've grown up with this in your house.
And the thing is, we have them in our backyard, and sometimes we don't even know. Like, this is such a powerful thing. Like, oh, yes,
Yeah, y'all need to speak loud enough, one at a time for.
Lemongrass is a promoter of happiness
I love that.
and concentration. A lot of times, I don't know if when you guys came in, you guys smelled some type of essential. That was the aromatherapy. A lot of these things, we don't have to be as God people afraid of them because a lot of us, we know them through the world as, yoga, meditation, and stuff like that. Like I said, God originated with these things first, and we can use it to the glory of God if we know what their use is for. It's just the world, of course, they're going to take it and promote it without Christ, and that's where it becomes dangerous. And so those aromatherapy, it's that white thing over there. You usually use it with water. I like to use it when my kids are not feeling well, and I'll put oregano oil, which is it's a very, very, very powerful oil. It's an antiviral, antifungal, anti-COVID, anti everything, but it's so powerful. You cannot, for my own personal use, I use it internally, but I concentrate it with other things. When my kids are really, during COVID, I would make my own things that I know would work, and I put it, just one drop is so strong that or oregano oil, you can taste it. It just tastes horrible. But it can eliminate all these germs and viruses that our body will find, in our house. So what I did, I bought a diffuser. I use it according to the box. Mine is you just put water and you put the oil in there, and I just put it in the house, and I let everybody just smell it, and it kills the germs in the air as well. Back in the day, before I knew about that, I would just take some onions and I'll put it in certain places in the house, and the onion would absorb anything that's in the air. It's a good absorber, but I don't want my house to smell like onions. So that's why I prefer using things that God already gave us, and it just smells better. So again, lemongrass increase happiness, improve concentration. So I see it as a blessing because not all the time we're always happy in a good spirit, especially kids. Little things can make them upset. And when I play some peaceful hymns and I have that scent, I know, like I was telling you guys, you have receptors in your nose, nerve receptors, they go to your brain and they instantly open the receptors, and your brain knows what to do because God created us in that way for when we smell certain things, it instantly has a reaction to us. It changes our mood, our disposition, and it helps us to feel better. So we shouldn't be afraid to use these things appropriately when we know what they're good for. Okay, I don't know if I have rosemary, but rosemary increases focus. I do have sweet orange. Sweet orange reduce anxiety. Now, anxiety is a big taboo in our culture. Taboo meaning we don't want people to think that, oh, I have this problem. I have anxiety, or we get depression. Listen, anxiety is nothing more than a chemical imbalance in your brain, and sometimes it is triggered by evil things, evil spirits. And so I know in our culture, depending on how we look at it, sometimes we make things relevant that are irrelevant in the spiritual realm. Yes, Satan exists. Yes, he has the power to depress people, but we need to understand how God has set us up for success to resist him, even his depressive spirits that he brings to us. And God has provided sweet orange as a He's provided these in nature. So when we smell these things, obviously we don't have these things growing in our yards. If we did, we go outside, we take a whiff of that, our mood would actually change, because God has provided these things to have those effects on our body. So people have profited by making oils so that they can benefit and they can tell you what God has already originated for us. So you guys already smelled this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is good for anxiety. So in the morning, I don't know, it's just, I've learned, through research that anxiety has to do with depression, and some effects of it is, KO by fall, they sweat, their hands are sweaty, they can't control, and sometimes you can see some people, they act in a certain way when they're anxious. You know somebody like that? Say, you can minister to them. Hey sister, talk to them, pray with them, smell this. This is not a spiritualism, just smell this. God has provided these herbs for the healing and for the benefit of humankind. I learned from what's her name? I forgot her name.
Barbara O'Neill?
10 years ago, when I started my journey, I used to want to aspire to learn these things, because I'm like, okay, I'm a mom. I don't want to keep having to run to and fro to the emergency room for little things. Emergency room have its place. Doctors have their place. But God has his place too, to know these things, so that if there's little things that I can help in my family, I'm going to do those things. So you can use this to minister to people as well. If they're having anxiety, you just tell them, hey, I have something that can help you. All right, let's move on to. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Let's smell that one and tea tree, and then we're gonna move on to our next thing. Cause I want us to, get to the massage part.
And hospital ain't cheap, so anything you can do to not.
I mean,
have to.
whether hospitals are cheap or not, you're gonna need them. It's just, to overuse them is not necessary. Prevention is the best medicine. And if you can prevent going there, praise God. But they have their place. You can't be off on one side and say, well, I'm not gonna go to the hospital because they're not cheap, or I don't trust the system. No, of course you need to trust God, but you need to be knowing that God provided doctors with knowledge too. Modern medicine, I thank God for them every day, because if I fall and I get in a car accident, I need a doctor to set my leg or my arm. Did you smell the rosemary? Yes. Okay. So rosemary is good for increasing focus. All right. Eucalyptus was clearing sinuses. Chamomile was the one that I did. Chamomile is another stress relieving. People drink tea all the time to help their nerves and stress. Smelling it as well will help. And there's another one called ylang ylang. I like the word ylang ylang. I've never heard of it. Ylang ylang. I don't remember off the top of my head what does it mean, the word itself, but it reduces stress. And ylang ylang is something in the Chinese and Japanese world, they use it in a sense of balancing themselves, but God has used it, he has given us the use of it to help with stress.
Ylang
Ylang ylang. It's Y-L-A-N-G. Y-L-A-N-G. Ylang ylang. It smells awesome by itself.
Oh, it smells good. I want that.
It's almost like a
Ylang ylang.
Nah, you do it. She don't be blessed.
So that you can all these
I'll send it to Maribel and she'll send it to you guys.
Yes.
Now, I talked about how you can put these essential oils in the diffusers. You could have them, you know, in your house. I use them more so for medicinal purposes, and I like to add them for when Sabbath is coming, because I want my kids, when Sabbath comes, they're like, they know that smell. Sabbath is coming. It's just, I just want them to remember Sabbath as, growing up, I used to know this smell, and it made me know that Sabbath was coming. And I do that with smells as well as I do that with their taste, because children, they learn differently. Some kids are visual, some kids are kinetics, they touch, and some kids are audio. You just need to know what type of child you have, but smells are just wonderful for everybody. It just changes your mood.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the combinations, I'll send that in an email so you guys can know how to use them on your own. What I want to tell you guys again about the carrier oils. The carrier oils are the base, they call them base oils as well, where you use them to, they get their name carrier because they carry the essential oils so that you don't burn yourself or harm yourself, because the essential oils are naturally, they have a irritating effect. And even too, certain smells can be too strong for certain people, as well as I would recommend you guys getting a brief knowledge on oils if you're going to be using it in your home for certain people, because certain smells can irritate them, and certain smells, especially with pregnant people, it can induce contractions and irritate them. So hopefully I can send that information to you, because I don't have it printed out yet. But it's good to know this information, because if you're dealing with people that have stress, you just know that, oh, I can't just put this or have someone smell this if I don't know if it's going to affect them. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a children volunteer. I'm gonna start with the kids first, because I'm a kid. I have children and they're my volunteer. I'm gonna start with Ivan and Janelle first, and then I'm gonna start with Miss Ever. Yes.
You want him to do his, and then
Yes.
you then
Yes.
you
I'm
the
sorry.
practice.
Yes.
Yeah, that way you'll be the teaching.
Oh, she didn't tell me he was here. Praise the Lord.
Obviously, yeah, when you did all the hard work.
Oh no, I didn't. Hard work is touching people.
And we as men, we like to do the easy ones. But, once again, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with my name. My name is Gaston Bono. I'm the stage therapist, but I stopped practicing it for a while.
Non, faut pas aller fort.
Go by Beauvoir.
Oui.
Yes, but now my wife, she's the only one benefiting from it. But I believe that, in the book of Ministry of Healing, right? Sister White talks about that. It is important that we are familiar with our body more than anybody else. We should know our body better than a doctor.
Wow.
Because when we go to a doctor, we should be able to tell them, okay, this is how I feel. Because that way we know exactly the information that they're presenting to us is not falsified, right? And but today we're not here to do no medical, because I'm just a massage therapist, so I'm limited when it comes to medical information. When it comes to the medical terminology, so I don't want to bore you with that, because that's one of the things that we used to hate, when we were in school. Just reading out these words can bore you to death. But I'm just gonna pass out a few pages so that we can see. Though massage sounds very simple and easy, but it could be dangerous sometimes if you don't know what you're actually doing. And what else? You guys can pass them out because one is for the back and one is for the front. So I'll give you 2 bags over there.
No, one bag for the front.
Okay. Yeah. So now you can see the complication of the body.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just gonna talk for just a few minutes and just let Miss Pierre to continue with that wonderful job that she's been doing. And as you all see, you see where every muscle is going and how difficult our body is. You know, when God says in the Bible that we are
Fearfully and wonderfully made.
then He was very serious about that. Because even today, doctors are still finding new things about us, right? And it's just to show you how complicated our body is. That's why when you are in the medical field, no matter what branch you are, every 2 years, so you have to continue. You have to do what we call continual education, because you can't just take the knowledge you know it and thinking that it's gonna support you for life. So that's how complicated the body is. And but when it comes to massage, you know, she already covered all the techniques on how to relax. But I'm just gonna talk more about the hands-on, right? And massage is, you know, the way that we are created. Now, when you look at our hands right here, every finger represents a part of your body. I mean, you know, somebody can massage you without even touching your body, just through your hands. In your feet, the same thing. They can massage your whole body just through your feet. Each toes represents a part of your body. So it's just to show you that how wonderful our Creator is, you know, and because we are physics, our bodies mostly be physics, and sometimes there are certain pressure that's in your body. You can just, I would say, just reverse it just by placing your hands on something, right? Because we do have in massage therapy, we call it polarity. You know, certain pain that you have, it is caused by pressure. You can just lay your hand, and then the energy from your hands will actually, you know, reduce that. So that's why, you know, a lot of times we see things that are being done, but we don't know the meaning of it. When you have a headache, you put your hand like that, right? Most of us do that. We just put, but you feel a little better. But you don't understand that the energy that's flowing through your hands is what actually causes it to feel a little better. Right? These are the things I had to learn. So when I went to massage therapist, I thought it was gonna be like, I just give people massage, that's it. But it's a lot more complicated than that. My purpose today is just to advise you guys when it comes to massages. As easy as it may sound, but sometimes, you know, you can allow somebody to hurt you. You know, we usually say something is hurting you, like, hey, my shoulder's hurting, can you just please massage it for me? And then what people will understand, your shoulder area, right? Like this area I'm touching right here, we call that the endangerment site. The reason why we call that, it's because all the most difficult and the most dangerous nerves and muscles just flow in that area, right? So, and then when it comes to shoulder massage, you just have to know the technique. It's easy, but you just gotta know the technique, right? And because I know most of us, you know, anything that hurts you, just say, just don't. And another one I would tell you just to be careful about, it's behind your knee has a nerve that is called sciatic nerve. So put pressure on there, so it might cause some trouble as well. So I'm just here to just let you know just a little few dangerous areas, so that when if you know how to do it properly, you should be in good shape, right? And how many of you guys can tell me what is the longest muscle of your body is? It should be easy. No, not you. You excluded.
Yes.
What is it, Nathan?
Where is it located? The skin?
No.
The muscle.
This muscle.
Not your.
Of your
Where
body.
is it located? That's a good thing.
It's in your legs.
Yeah.
It's in your legs?
Yeah.
Et ma fémur,
No.
the femur,
Muscle.
Yeah,
The
muscle.
femur is a muscle.
the
Oh,
bone.
this. Jeanette, no?
What is it?
Huh?
The longest muscle in your body.
Is it called the femoral?
No, it's start with the S.
Oh.
She said it.
You guys are looking at it, but you just don't know. Sartorius, that is correct. Nathan got it. Sartorius, yeah. Sartorius is the longest muscle in your body.
So it starts from the butt and all the
Yes,
way down?
absolutely. So it's that is the longest muscle in your body.
Where is it?
It starts like all the way from your, and then you just go on the inside all the way down to your.
Who said that? Sister Diana?
No name is because the paper is in your hand. Yeah. You can see the name in the paper, but you just don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
And but when it comes to massages, there is a muscle in your back that is pretty much included in all the massages. It is called trapezius. Right, the trapezius is the large muscle. Now you can see the V that comes from me and connect to my neck. It makes a huge line all the way to your lumbar region down here. Let me show it to you in the paper. Okay, you see that muscle that connects from here. So that's the sartorius.
So that's
No, not sartorius. That is the trapezius. No, this is yeah. That's the trapezius.
Geometry.
No, not this one. Look for the word that says trapezius. Right here.
Look at the paper.
Yeah, but it goes up to your neck and go all the way down to the middle of your back.
Trapezoid.
Yeah, trapezius.
Trapezius.
Yes. Let me show you what it is.
No side, right?
Yeah, that muscle right here. It's like,
It's like a
like a
store.
triangle, yeah. So this is most massages has to do with your trapezius, right? We have the lower traps, we have the upper traps. So these muscles, and then when you look at your legs, they're squashing over here.
Can you see the longest muscle there from the back? Is that little thing?
Now, what is sartorius? You see what sartorius is? That muscle right here, even though they only give you a glimpse of it, but it comes all the way from your foot all the way to your yeah. All right, and but now the benefit of massage, right? Huh? Yeah, where's the front pages? There's somewhere. What happened to the paper?
Sister Diana, we need the paper. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, which the front one you're gonna see abdominal. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a few tips on, sometimes people that are constipated, there is a way of giving massages just to make sure that you can release that, right? Yeah. So I don't know if you wanna start out. What's the plan? Because I didn't come here early enough so we can have a plan on how to get started.
We're just gonna bounce off of each other. I wanted to start with the children first on basic, teaching them basic hand massages, properly how just combining. I have already mixed up, and so you can show us how to basically apply the right type of pressure to do hand massages just for the children, and then we're gonna start off with Sister Nerva, Himion, and Sir An? And you're gonna guide me in how to do the right pressure points on, lying down on the table. Okay, but we're going to do the children first. Ivan and Janelle, can you come forward? See, the early bird gets worm. So what did you think? What I did, like I said, carrier oils, what they do again, anybody that was listening?
It helps for you to put the
We didn't hear because the people on the camera is not here.
Sorry.
Remember, we are taping.
No, sorry about that.
Yeah,
I
I
asked the
think in
question.
that part, if you can get a little closer, so you might not have to get everybody, but just to get a little closer so you can get the details.
The detail?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a camera that can even hand.
Which one do you want me to do?
Because from here you might not be able to give the details.
I just wanted to ask again, because she asked me what I combined.
She starts off.
And I said, what is the purpose of the carrier oil? And what was it? And what was your answer? It carries the essential oils, and then what would you say?
It helps not It helps strengthen.
You would have to have that same mic that talks goes into the camera.
Irritating. Okay? So before we gonna start these, I'm gonna have you guys smell it. If you feel like it
Yeah.
irritates you,
This
it
will
doesn't
take
feel
it.
good
Okay,
to you,
don't-
we're not going to use it. Does that make
Huh?
sense?
Should I move it?
You don't have to. This phone right here, it'll take anything that happens in the room. It's these. Super pali for ikabapwan. You see this?
It gives you.
Yeah, the level, the mic.
Always
right
when
there.
you're giving someone a demonstration with oils, always ask them if they can smell it because you want to read their body to see if they can take it or not. Because essential oils are very powerful. Some people just don't have the stomach, and some people just their body's just made differently. They just can't take it. And of course, pregnant people, I would proceed with caution. So
Yes, and one thing I'll add because because she mentioned pregnant people, right? Because when somebody's pregnant, sometimes they need a lot of care, a lot of attention. One thing they must know is when it comes to massaging, if somebody's pregnant, you should never massage behind their foot.
Really?
Yeah, that would cause miscarriage.
And then they're asking for foot massages all the time.
That's one thing I can tell you. Like right here, that big old bed right here, that's one thing they emphasize on.
You can not massage.
You can massage people, but I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah,
because you know, yeah.
when they're pregnant.
Yes, when they're pregnant, if you massage out, yeah, it might cause miscarriage.
And certain oils, and certain essential oils can induce contractions. There's one called Black Cohosh that when I was in labor, my midwife, she gave it to me when she knew I was full term, and that would help me to go into labor. So those things you would avoid before that time. But that's just a tidbit of information. All right.
Yeah. I said that just because, you know, sometimes, you know,
Yeah. We need to know your
Maybe
we ask, yeah, you do, but foot massage is fine, but I'm just saying, you know, that bend right here, if you keep, because, you know, it's part of your,
the longest thing, right?
eh?
It's all part of the longest nerve.
Yeah, you see that.
Muscle.
Yeah, right here. The Achilles tendons, because you know it's good. Like it relaxes you a lot. So when you massage that, it affects your pregnancy. If you're pregnant, you can cause miscarriage. So
Wow.
this is one of the things that they emphasize on us a lot. Because that's why, you know, when she mentioned that, I just remember that I wanted to mention that.
See what comment
It's important that we know that. So that way.
You ever have a friend or family member that asks you for a massage? All right, let's proceed with the hand massages. Gaston, I'm just going to put it on their hand. You tell me how we can give a good hand massage.
There's a way out. I think there's a way you hold it. Let me just, you probably already know the technique. Like, give me one hand. Okay, see, open the hand. If you just go like that, you see how, and then can you see from this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, if you have your finger like that, then now you have access to all the hands so you can massage.
That's why I put this one. Yeah.
So we're gonna practice on each
So
other.
that's one way you can just do it very easy. You can massage everywhere. So how you stretch that so that way you have access to all.
Everly, can you do that to him? I'm gonna put some on his hand.
So you have to try each other.
I have those tools, and I have access to them. So the oil,
Como ça, man?
I can do it long.
And the key is like in the hand should be fine, but whatever you're doing, pressure massaging the back
Well, I
or
did it, yeah.
everywhere, you have to communicate with the person.
Oh, one hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you see this hand. Now keep the thumb down. Then you see you have access to the entire hand. Now you can massage everywhere. You can
So you do it with both hands. Did you
Yeah,
see
I'm
that?
supposed to use both hands, but I got to do it with one hand at a time.
Yeah, but you use the massager.
Yeah,
Use both hands.
If I'm doing one, so I won't have it. But if you do both like that, then you can stretch it so you can have the whole palm. You know what I mean? You can stretch it well. Yeah. No, your hand's supposed to go up. Yeah, she may have different techniques, right, for the hand.
When I massage people, I usually freestyle. I learned a little bit about pressure points in certain fingers. Brother Gassy will tell me certain fingers.
Yeah, give me 1 second. This one out there. There you go. Now, both hands right here, hold the side of it. This one go on top of it.
Here, let me give you guys some oil.
No, this hand, this thumb, yeah. And then you stretch it like that, so that way. Now, you move your hand so you can massage it, right? Yeah, see? You have access to it. Yes. Question.
The pressure points.
The first thing is
So, pressure points. I know that you have more pressure in your hand. When you're pressuring the person's hands, you don't want to put too much pressure in one finger. You want to try to balance them, right?
like for me, because I know I even go on the so that will have the pressure on the
Side of the finger. So you guys hear that? You have pressure points in your fingers, especially when it comes to putting your fingers on someone's muscles. Some people are more tender in certain areas. So it's very important to know how to administer the pressure, the right amount of pressure. You always ask them, does that hurt? Is it feels okay? Stuff like that, right? You don't just go and just do your thing. Does that make sense? Let me give you guys some oil.
Is it bad to get too much massages? Like, is it, or can you get a massage every day?
No, at least every other day.
He gave you the answer.
At least every other day. Every day is not good for it because you don't want your body to be. You don't want it because massages relaxes you. So if you take a massage every day, you can massage somebody every day, but as long as it's not the same muscle. I see how like if you
get a full body massage.
Yeah, a full body massage is not good to do every day.
You don't like it?
But every day so you can get a massage.
Like when you go to the gym, leg day, head day.
Yeah, at that way I get a massage every day.
Now you guys gonna take
So now, real quick, you see, so my hand's supposed to
No,
come
they're all
up, you
different.
see? If my hand comes
Well,
up,
they all,
now it's
I mixed
easier
it
for
in
you.
a way where they all promote.
So now,
Yeah,
how you
so
do it?
the thing is, because I don't have a marker to say which one is which, I just balance the carrier oil with the right amount of
But like what if you
essential
put all
oils.
these nonsense?
I mix small castor oil and coconut oil as the two
No,
carrier
but like
oils,
what if she was
and I
trying to
put a
give you
delay
like
on it,
And then, look,
carrot
if
sage,
she's way
and
too small,
a
I
little
can
bit
just
of
hold it like
orange.
that.
No, I'm saying she
You know how they have massage oils
Your
already? Is that some of them have essential oils in it already? Or it's just a plain oil that you can use with essential oils?
That's a very good question.
Yes.
I don't wanna overshadow it.
Yeah, that's
She
what I'm saying. One
says-
at a time would be much
She
better.
says that they sell blended oils, yes. What I've learned when I was learning in the course that I took, the first 3 ingredients are the most concentrated. So when you're reading labels, you want to look at the first 3 ingredients
heard
on
that too.
anything. When it comes to food, anything you buy, because the first ingredients is usually what's most concentrated, and then they give you the benefit of the other stuff at the end. So with essential oil, that's straight what you're getting. That's why it's concentrated. That's why you cannot not mix it with a carrier oil, or else it will irritate or burn the skin. So to answer your question, yes, they do sell it blendedly. You would have to choose. Okay, do I already know this smell? Will I like it? Will it work?
Can I get one that's already blended and mix it with essential oil?
Can you
Like if I get a massage oil that's already blended and I have some essential oil, can I mix that?
So you're saying if you have a carrier oil at home, can you add the essential oil?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not
If
a
you-
carrier oil.
Okay.
A massage
Oil.
oil that's already
Yes.
blended.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can. You just add it to your. I would say the more you smell it, the more concentrated it's gonna be sometimes. But you would do a skin test just in case if you're gonna use it on somebody else or yourself, so you don't get burned.
Yeah.
That's all. And too much of anything is not good. So that's what I would.
And some people's skins are extremely sensitive to it. So even massages, they can't even take a massage,
Yeah.
right? And these are the type of people you can massage them. You can give them a whole body massage, but through the toes or through the hands. But you don't have to put your hand on their body because they can't handle any.
Yeah.
Some people are extremely sensitive.
Sensitive.
So all these little that's why it's important. Massage, you gotta communicate.
Yeah. What is the difference between deep tissue massages and just massage?
It depends on how active you are. Like if you're a person that works out, your muscle is a bit tighter and that it contracts a little bit more, yes, I can handle a bit more deep tissue massage than somebody who's just, don't work out.
So
And
deep
the muscle
tissue
is a bit more.
massages is not for everyone.
No. I don't believe so. And even if you try to do a deep tissue, you gotta communicate with that person just to make sure that you're not hurting them. That's why it's important as you use pressure and then you're asking them questions, right? Because remember, the harder, the tougher that person is, the harder, the more pressure you have to use. You can use, when I say deep tissue massage, that means like you have to get to the muscle that's underneath the other one. But if this person is extremely sensitive now, there is different way of doing it. The strokes have to be a bit lighter, right? And then you have to use palpation a lot. Palpation is how when you look for the stress for trigger points, all these things is,
To see if it's tight. in that
yeah,
area.
and then because in our body as well, it has little bubbles. That's a different term for it. It has little bubbles. When you palpate, you see where there's little bubbles so that we can release the air.
The stress.
You should know that.
Because I used to have a ball in the back of my neck.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
stress.
know it's caused from stress.
The stress.
So you can massage it to relax that area. And I used to get, because I was like, I have a ball in my neck, I don't know what it is. But when you relax it and I'm able to calm down, then it will go away. But it's a sign of stress. Have you know some people, this stress is in my neck hurts. It builds up.
Can I add something? For us who are not educated to the degree and level of Brother
Borno. Gaston. Gaston.
Okay, then
Junior is
They
easier because
have-
my name is Junior too.
we live in a modern day society where they sell massage instruments that
Yeah,
will
all
help
these things.
so that you will not feel afraid to help out someone in that. I brought 2 of my favorites and I'm gonna show it to you right now.
And I think one thing too, so when it comes to releasing stress, a lot of people think you have to press where it hurts. That's not how it works.
Okay.
You have to make way for the
This little
stress to be
tool
released.
right here
Yeah.
is head, neck, and it's one of those massage things where you can dip it in the oil and then you just let it do its
Turn
thing.
around so we could see it in the camera.
You notice it does not have one that goes in the middle.
Yeah.
Because where the spinal cord is, you don't massage. You can do little circulation in the middle of the back, which is where the spinal cord
It
is.
looks like fingers or
But you will
hands,
see,
grass.
you see, it doesn't have one that just goes straight in
It's
the
in the
middle.
middle.
I bought this
And these are the
online.
little things we
Anything
need
you
to
can find online, Amazon, but I bought this at Walmart. I'm not soliciting for them, but in any case, I just dip this in my little oil, or I take the oil and I put it, and then I just do it. And you could even put it in your head. They have massages for your head, and it just feels so good. It's actually for migraines because I've suffered from migraines once upon a time. And then
And while you're on that subject, I want to add something as well.
if you have like things, I can have somebody.
Dossier?
Yeah.
Alcohol?
I want to add something as well. When it comes to massages, there is something called centrifugal, right? Centrifugal means toward the heart. Every stroke has to go toward the heart for the blood flow. That's loud enough? Yeah, it's called centrifugal. Everything has to go toward the heart, right? So that's why when you massage in a hand, if you pay attention to any massage therapist, you will not see they have your head and keep going down. That doesn't go toward your heart. The only area of your body you can go up and down is your back, because your heart is placing kind of like in the middle area right here. You can go back, you can go down, but after that, any legs massages, everything go up. It's called centrifugal. It has to go toward the heart for the blood flow.
Oh.
Right. That's one little technique. Yeah. If you Google anything, if you ask any massage therapist, they will tell you. When it comes to massage therapist, it's called centrifugal toward the heart. Right. So you can go. You always have to go, because remember, lower massage, your arms, everything has to go up. But with the back of your neck, right here, you can go down right, because it goes toward the heart as well.
Back go down, front go up.
And this.
Yeah, you can go back and forth with that one, right? Based on
No,
what
I'm saying
muscle.
back go down, front go up.
No, in the back, in your back, I can go behind you. Let's just say I can go behind. If she lay like this, this is her head right here. I can do strokes down, right? It also goes toward the heart, and I can also do strokes up. They both go toward the heart. Yeah. When it comes to the back.
We're going to just, everybody that uses, I can have a try of this.
Somebody open this for me?
Sister Nugget, I think it'd be best if you let us know how much time we have, and then so that way everybody can just get a little bit. Okay. Instead of just trying to jump through everybody at one time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do the education first, and then we do the part.
Because we're pretty much done with the education. So I guess for me, with the massages, I just want you guys to know the dangerous part of the body, so that way people don't mess around these areas unless they know.
So do you want to practice on one person?
Yeah.
Okay, so
so that's what I'm saying. If we do it one at a time, then if we say everybody gonna get 5 minutes, you already have a time.
Yeah.
So that way we can do it while the filming is going, and then they can learn while we're doing it, instead of just trying to. Everybody has different questions. We're going to everybody, so it
like when you go to those, let's say 3 minutes a person.
Yeah.
After that, we can stop the filming.
Yeah.
okay.
Then if we can do different things.
So y'all want to practice on it? Let's stop the practicing. Hello?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and stop the practicing. We're gonna have one person to for demonstration, because right now everybody wants to do it and it's not working.
Yeah, because we want you guys to learn at this. Because I think my goal is just to show you guys, not just do it on you, but also show you guys.
Thank you.
Let's all learn together.
Let's learn together, because
if she's doing one table, I'm doing one table together, and everybody can see what we're doing, and then the filming can be great. And then, and as we're doing that person, if they have any questions, we can demonstrate it.
Yes.
But if me and her trying to help everybody at the same time, nobody's gonna learn anything yet. Because everybody wants to know something different.
We're going to start with these children.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Ivan and
Body four.
Yeah. Ivan and Janelle. I'm going to say this one, and Evelyn next.
You're next and you, so I can let me get the big one. Come here, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it. So, are we doing hands or?
No.
And
do the hands again, because I want to be able to see.
Can I just tell y'all a little about this? I call it my massage paint. I learned about this device. I had, for many of you guys know, I had 3 ACL surgeries in my left knee. And when I went to physical therapy, my physical therapist would use certain things on me, and I'm like, oh, I need to know what these things are, so that when I'm at home, the physical therapy can continue, because eventually physical therapy is going to stop.
Yes.
So this was something of the similar device they used on my leg specifically, and it's more for deep tissue, like whether Gaston was talking about. And so I know this helps with deep tissue. So whenever my husband is doing some type of exercise and he has, like, my husband plays soccer and his calves usually get tight.
His cocoa get tight.
Yeah, I'll take this and I'll put Rue Muscatine and something else, and I'll just go up towards the heart. That, like he said, I'll go up, and he tells me how much pressure to put and how much to alleviate. So I'm gonna try this on some of you guys to tell me which part of you is the most problematic, and we'll try it. Okay? So for her, your mama, what do you think if you massage her? What do you think? Whatever she wants. I'm gonna just do
I'm gonna do hands for him and shoulder. You might fall asleep. Oh, I'm less trouble. Okay, I'm gonna do head and shoulder. Okay.
I'm gonna use my device because I'm not like a professional with the pressure
now,
points.
Now, I know he's allergic to certain things. So the oil that she shared, is that good for him? Okay. So now I can ask that question.
Green muscatine, coconut, ylang-ylang, clary sage, and sweet corn.
Good for him?
That's that combination.
Okay, so which one is the ylang-ylang? What do you got?
Ylang-ylang, I put them everywhere. We can just use basic coconut oil for him if you want. Can you pass me the coconut oil?
Just maybe.
No, it's not for me. You don't have to. He's allergic to certain things, so I want to make sure that I know, so that we can use the right oil.
Just coconut oil.
Yeah.
You don't have to use essential oils. You can just use a basic carrier oil like coconut, olive, avocado, and castor oil. You don't have to use essential.
Let's relax that little hand right here. Give him 1 minute in each hand, okay? 1 minute over here, 1 minute over here. 1 minute. Alright, let's go. Okay? Yes. You want to count in your heart now? Count. In your heart. Stop. Until 60.
You always want them to relax their back as big as possible.
Oh my God.
They was a good helper coming on time, so I told him I reward
This was your life.
the timeliness. I told him they'll go on first.
Yeah, they came before time.
And you know, kids could be the best patients. Some of them don't complain.
And they do not.
Huh?
Not to say that that's what we do as Gumus, but my kids, they love massage. You can also use this on the head. I don't know if it's okay if you want me to use it on your head. Okay. This is mostly for head and neck.
How you feel?
He's so focused on counting. I like, this doesn't work yet. No. 1, 2, 3.
Toi, minute l'arrivée. Oh.
Next person.
Who I set him up?
I know I need some.
Well, The thing is, we need to film that, and then we can shut the cameras. We can go as well.
Next person. Somebody else.
No problem, no problem.
No, all you keep up. When it comes to giving shoulder massage, because the inside is what we call the endangerment site, so all your hand does is just rest on the inside. Your thumb do all the work, right? Your thumb is the one that does all the work, right? And then back massages, you don't even have to make connection with the body. She can do it while she has her clothes on, right? Ready? You see, how's the pressure? You notice the hand just rests on there. I don't squeeze on the inside because it could be very dangerous.
When I used to get massage, I used to use my inner palm because I know my fingers sometimes get unbalanced pressure. And I usually, when I give a shoulder massage,
It's the best thing. Yeah.
I focus on if there's stress, we carry a lot of stress on our shoulders.
Because
I
it would
kind
not be
of want to push the pressure down.
Yes. Huh? No, because she needs a back massage. In order for me to give pressure, or you can lay. Yeah, if you can lay on the bed instead. Yeah, I can press that. Yeah. Lay on the bed. We didn't start yet. This one don't have the. This one don't have. This one.
No.
Yeah, let's see if we can switch tables.
See, every woman
Because her face has to go. We didn't start yet. We didn't start yet. Yeah, let's get this one. Yeah, face to go here so that we can breathe. Because she wants pressure massage. You put your head back by your ears, like right here. Now. You see, you can use pressure that way. You see, that's the pressure.
Yes.
You notice I stay away from the middle of her back, all right? Because that's where the spinal cord is. You gotta stay away from her.
Me, what I'm doing, I just usually let my hand just touch them and just briefly lift. Just lift.
Even though she asked for the shoulder, but remember, the shoulder from up here to all the way down here, that's the trapezius. So if you only massage here, but you don't release the pressure in the entire muscle, that's why it's difficult for you to do the muscle. So I have to massage not just the shoulder, but all the muscle that's connected to that problem. So the entire trapezius is the problem. So that's the reason I come from here and get all the way down here to make sure that the entire muscle is relaxed.
Trapezoid.
C'est normal dans une des minutes 53 secondes.
Yes.
I want to be next.
Yeah.
So he could show how to do.
You go like that. All right.
2 minutes is up.
Yes, I mean if the pressure is too much. All right, that's it.
2 minutes is up.
You're not
Yeah, what I was gonna do, Jerry was gonna do the couple. One class. You come back, but let's
You guys are not hot.
Are you hot?
No. Go back.
Huh?
Make sure you do what you like with your mom. Yeah. So now, I think one thing too, so it's, I wanted to also teach people how to do it.
Yes, that's what I was working with.
If I'm working with a couple, that would be much better.
Come on, boo, let's go.
So that way you guys can get as much as you can.
Exactly.
Okay, so you said the shoulder, right? Which one, the left one? This one? Okay. So this is part of the trapezius as well, right? Which is where's the... Yeah. As you guys can see, right, she has shoulder problem. And you see the trapezius is the entire muscle right there. Now, most of the time, if you only massage the area that's hurting, right, the pen might go to the other one. That's one of the things I used to discuss with my wife a lot. She used to say, no, just press the part that's hurting me. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. And,
she wanted you to press like if it's
because usually when somebody has a pen, right?
Sorry, she has a lot of, you can feel the tension, she's tight. Very tight.
Relax.
Yeah,
just relax your body. Just relax.
I think I
Your head shouldn't be loose. Put your head down and relax. No, you can't do this. Yeah, it's supposed to be loose. Relax it. Yeah. Okay.
Let it loose.
So just really have to go up like that. So that we can relax it. And then after that you go up and then.
You're the police and I'm the criminal. You cannot get me.
We go over there. Yeah, just. So you said this is where the pen is. Right here.
Think about positive things.
Oh, can somebody give me a cotton ball? I want her to smell. What was the smell that was helping us earlier?
Is it the orange? The orange for anxiety? Yeah, is it the one for anxiety?
You have anxiety.
I checked it out. I'm putting it back on.
Yes.
No, I didn't start.
Oh, definitely a best
Just relax the head. You don't have to marry one. You can just take the little simple. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring up with the other guy.
Mary South with me like that.
São as mágicas para
Notice I lean forward so that I don't have to use my own body muscle because it's going to get me tired. So you just use your body weight. That's why I lean forward like that, so I can use my body weight. But I put this foot so that I can control my body.
And if you're in doubt, using your hands, make this and use the. If you're in doubt with using your hands, use your fist. Right
knuckle.
Your knuckles, sorry. it gives more of an even amount of pressure.
Come in here and what's it about you?
No. No,
Yeah.
Eu vou ele lá.
I give it a time to live.
Yeah. No timer.
Yeah.
This one. Much better because I can only give the pressure. I can give you the strength. No, I'm doing Sister because I want to teach.
So pick one of them.
Okay, I'll do you. You're gonna lay down or you're gonna sit up?
You will let the guy like compress after that.
And I'm gonna use my pen and this on you because I don't have the pen.
Okay, guys, we're being recorded.
Yeah. Now, you just while you twist it, you keep this about loose about make sure they are not the muscle. It's important to twist. You gotta twist it and go up. Don't just twist this there once. Yeah. Yeah. When you go back, add a little more pressure, ask her. Ask the question.
That's because I'm not a professional.
Yeah. And then now over here you do the same thing. Now submit it more suicide. The muscle that's on top of the bone right here. You just need the only so you need to wait the lock me as well. I was like you twist it like yeah. Just twist it. So that way the bone can massage the skin right there. Yeah.
With this type of tool, you guys, even a child can be taught to use this if you're not sure. Amazon. It's called muscle pin. Yeah, a rolling pin for muscle.
When you put the pressure on here, as you pressure it, you're moving around, you're gonna feel like you reach the bone because the skin actually massages itself through the bone. Yeah, that area right here. You know what I'm saying? Demonstration will go back. When you're doing the back of the leg, if you can always go up, see you put a little pressure when you go up. That's the pressure. You see, don't go down at all. Always go up. If you always go up like that, it's good. Don't go down at all. And then every time you go behind where the side is, you escape it and then you go up. Now I'm going to show you how to do the big. Now, your hand is going to come from you. Now, we'll show you that. We'll put them in the other. Yeah. You first, I wish I could do movement while people are here. I wish I would go back to that.
Guys, let's make our secret base.
Yeah, you do a circle as you go here.
Oh, okay.
No.
Boo, look at stop you, Gunya, alright?
Just he's gonna tell us the one for the headache. I was having.
Okay.
Okay, now the one for the headache. And look at the bull, right?
Huh?
You got the bull? Okay, now I want to show you guys how to release it. Yeah? Minha sister antes de você, o meu irmão se você. Essa aqui, press it down. Essa aqui, yeah, for the left hand handle the entire, because this is more like relaxation. There's all the different nerves that relaxes your entire side of the body. So now, this is where the hands, like the fingers are the relation. Helps the body.
Primeira técnica, assim, oh, bom, vai essa finalista.
Like, see when they put the see you guys struggle sleeping, then you can show them what type of massage that can help them sleep well. If they have pain issue, then you know what
Talk louder.
Yes. So what I wanted to share is because the question that was asked, if massage is only for relaxation, right? And I was trying to tell you that it's one part of it, right? Because massage you can release. If somebody has a lot of pain in the muscle, you can release all this pain as well. So it's not just for relaxation. If somebody has no issue at all, right, then they can take massages to relax. Because massage is good for your body, hands-on. Touch is good for healing. It also helps heal your body as well. That's why people that take massage at least once or twice a week, they usually have a better health. That's why all the athletes, they always take massages 2 to 3 times a week because they need to be in a top shape with the best health in order for them to perform the way that they need to perform. Massages even can help you with your digestion. If somebody cannot go to the bathroom regularly, there is a way to massage the stomach to make him go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mbabe's right.
I just wanted to piggyback on what Brother Gaston said. He made a very, very important point that it's so funny he said that how massage is good for health, but Spirit of Prophecy talks about people who have the best circulation has the best health, and massages promote healthy circulation, healthy blood flow, healthy body. So it all correlates. So that's why massages play its role in your whole health physically, because it promotes circulation of the blood to certain areas of the body where it's being touched.
Now, at the same token, I'm gonna mention something that a lot of us have issues, right? How many of us never have a headache? I do. We all have headaches. Every once in a while, right? But I'm gonna show you guys that. But this thing, when I was in school, I had a headache because I was playing professional soccer at that time, and when I went to the school, I had a headache because I was dealing with a lot of training a lot of stress. So the teacher see that I wasn't, because it was an older lady, and she said, "Oh, I can help you release that." So I'm like, "How you gonna do that?" Because I'm not the type of guy. Even when before church, before knowing all the details about painkiller, I never liked to take painkillers. And I told her I'm not gonna take nothing for painkiller because I never believe in those type of things. And she said, "No, I can just release it for you in a few seconds." I'm like, "No, I want to know that." She just take my hand. Within a few seconds, the headache was gone.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, because I was fresh out of Haiti at that time.
Magie.
I said that's witchcraft. But because the headache was so painful, as quick as she released it, and then she had to teach us about trigger points, right? Which she mentioned earlier. Our body has trigger points. Certain pain that's regulated in your body, it is caused by one of those trigger points, right? But headaches is this is where you can release the pressure for headaches. It's from your right hand, but it's in the middle right here. I remember the last time Sister Never had a headache, and I just showed Elder Jerry how to release it just in a few seconds. She was like,
Thank you, Jesus.
Elder know I was in church. He knows I was doing. But it's a pressure. Yeah, it's a trigger. Yeah, it's a pressure that you can release it. This is where the trigger point is to release it. So now this is very important because everybody, whether it's kids, my kids, they have headaches all the time. I just come them over and I just release it. This is something I think all of us should know. Because as I mentioned earlier, God made us. Our body is physics, right? Our body is like chemical. That means there's like energy flowing through our body, right? And so that's why when you have a headache, you take the right hand. It can only be released from the right hand because that's where that's where the trigger point is. You take the right hand. Baby, you want to come here? Yeah. Okay. I already showed Elder J how to do it, so Sister Never should not complain about no headache. You take the right hand, right? And you squeeze right here. You squeeze the middle right here, right? Right hand. No, this is left hand. Yeah.
That's your right hand?
No, it doesn't matter. It has to be the right hand. That's where the trigger points for. Because remember, even in your body, you have the arteries, you have they all do something different.
Marie, you right in the middle of the teaching.
So you take the right hand from that person, not my right hand, and then I just squeeze it and hold it for about 10 seconds. You squeeze all the way right here.
Like that?
Yeah, make sure you put pressure on it. You hold it for about 10 seconds. Make sure you squeeze it. No, you can squeeze it.
Coffee
Yeah.
from 2 cents
Yeah,
right hand, okay?
so you squeeze it for about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, you release it, you massage it a little bit. Right? You massage it a little bit and then you go back again. You do that. By the time you did about 5, yeah, the headache is done. Yeah.
And I have a headache now. Yeah. And I can tell you when it's squeezed, it's like it completely relaxes. I don't know why, but I don't feel anything. And then when it relaxes, you can feel it a little bit, but once he holds it, you don't feel anything. But after, I guess you do it.
After you do the couple, based on how heavy. So if the migraine you have, right? If the migraine you have, it is not caused by any, I would say, medical issue. If you don't have any I would say brain tumor, anything that has to do with a medical defects, you should be able, no matter how hard it is. Because I had a lady when I used to work for the university. I had a lady every day she comes with a headache. She said there's nothing. She take painkiller, after a while it just comes back. So I helped release that, and then she didn't have the problem.
Many teachers.
She still think. She said I usually wasn't voodoo, you just did. A lot of people, if they're not Haitians, they always think all Haitians do voodoo. I said no, it just you have to understand your body. Because most people don't understand. That's why, the little book called the Anatomy book. Yeah, Anatomy and Physiology. When you read that book, it teaches you. I tell you, people that know very well about this, you see people that do Kung Fu and Karate people.
Yeah.
You
Shaolin.
But they learn all the trigger points of your body. That's why they can just touch you somewhere and then that is paralyzed until they fix it back. Yeah. So they know they study all the trigger points. And when it comes to like karate and kung fu and
Shaolin.
yeah, all these things they learn trigger points. right? So that way you can be bigger, but if you let them hate you, well, you done.
Yeah.
And these are the things that we as God people we need to
We should
understand.
know.
Right? So every little headache, we don't have to put chemical in our body because our body is physics. We can cure a lot of things naturally if only we are familiar with our body. So headaches, that's all it is. And like I said, if there is no medical complication,
It will go away.
if it's not a sickness that caused the headache, you can release the pressure.
If it's stress.
If it's stress.
Until you feel
Until the person tell you it's gone, like it
You
didn't
can do it yourself.
Yeah, you can do it yourself. As long as you do the right pressure. You squeeze right here, you see? You squeeze it, you have the headache, you're gonna feel like, it's like a little, you're gonna feel like it's really, it's like releasing. And then you hold it, after 10 seconds you massage it. And then after that you do it again. You squeeze it real tight.
how much pressure you put in?
Yeah. Because when you're doing it yourself, when you put the pressure, you're gonna feel like it's releasing very, very calm. Yeah, so when you squeeze, you see how I squeeze right here? So when you squeeze it, you hold it for about 10 seconds. You count 10 seconds and then you release it, you massage it a little bit, and then you do it again.
Until
Until it's gone completely. Yeah. So anybody can do it.
Can I make a
I just wish somebody have a headache here.
Your wife.
No, but you guys gonna say, somebody might say, maybe she's my wife. I wanted somebody who's not my wife.
She said she has.
Moi, j'aime pas qu'à bailler tête à mon tête très mal pour guérir.
Let me
Yeah, I
help
was
because
gonna
she has
say
a
you
migraine.
used to always have a headache.
Yeah.
Can I make a point?
Yeah.
Also, always ask the person you're touching or how are they feeling? Do they have pain before you proceed? The reason why is you don't want to add to their pain. You want to also avoid putting too much pressure on that place. If you ask them how they're doing, that's beneficial for them. And if they're not relaxed, the first thing you need to do, I usually pray over my kids when I'm doing stuff like that, so that they can be relaxed. And especially when I had a baby that had colic, I had a nurse teach me what he's teaching us today, how to touch the baby, to make them, yes, you can massage babies, especially babies who have colic. I don't know what they call in Creole, but someone can create
Colique.
colic. Oh, someone can create yeah. So if you have a baby like that, you're just touching them, assuring them that are they okay. You talk to them, you communicate with them. You're just touching them, just to relax, especially if they're tight. Just a touch. And then once you do that for a couple of seconds, then you proceed to what you're doing.
Yeah, the medical terminology for those touches is called polarity. Polarity is the energy that flows through your body. I don't know if you guys experience that. Certain clothes you put sometimes, and then when you're gonna touch it again, and then you see there is a and just to show you that there is energy that flows through our body.
That's
Our body is
Like static?
static.
Sometimes at night when all the lights are, my wife can see it sometimes. I take off the clothes, when I put it away, you can see all the electricity lightning.
Around winter time, I cannot touch anything.
I take, yeah. That's it.
I got you next. So what did it got her next. Which is that headache go.
No, but we listen. But the good thing about it is once you listen,
Qui l'a me permet? Est-ce que vous dernier bail abdi? So I need to.
Can you guys say one last word so we could turn off the camera and then we could continue our practices for how many long?
Massage therapies, all the areas.
One last thing so we could finish the recording and then we could continue the exercising.
Yeah, I think the last thing I would say is, this, even though, we sometimes may not take those type of things very seriously, but understand that the more knowledgeable we are about these type of things, about our body, right, is the better it is. You have a life gift. I mean, I would give you an example, like, if I come home and I see my wife is stressed about anything, just through her shoulder, I can relax her and just put her state of mind back where it is, just in a few seconds, right? Well, if I didn't know these techniques about the body, we could have just fight just for that reason. Because she could have just snapped any little thing. Sometimes you release those pressure on other people for no reason. Your answer becomes short, you snap for no reason. But if we learn about our body and learn how to calm down our own body, right? Even the Bible advises that, the Bible says that be quick
To listen.
slow to answer. It says slow to anger, right? Slow to anger, and we have to be quick to forgive, right? So when you slow to anger, one technique that I learned in business, it says that whenever you are upset, count to 5 before you react. By the time you get to 5, your mindset is, because they were showing you a picture of they hook people through a lot of sophisticated machine, right? And they show you like when you're upset, your reasoning part of the brain is red. That means like there is
Nothing.
That's why people kill people sometimes. They don't even know until after they calm
They're not
down.
thinking
They don't
right.
think, yeah. So that's why it's important whenever we're upset, before we say what we're about to say, count the 10 in your heart. If you have anger like some people, why are you looking at me? I like it. But you count even longer, right? So that way you can calm down that anger before you answer. So that way you give your mind time to recover from that anger, and then your brain can be clear to do the right thing. So it is important, read that book, The Ministry of Healing. It advises us to know our body. And these are just the little simple things. If we can just add that in our relationship, in our marriage, just know how to give simple massages, know how to relax your spouse, whether it's the children. These little simple things can help us, not just in our relationship, but in our life, in our spiritual life, in everything. So I encourage you guys, whenever something like that is doing again, take the time to come learn for a few. It's only gonna better your life.
Amen.
So come learn so that way you can have a better.
Cherry.
So I don't know if you guys gonna pray.
Cherry.
Cherry, you want to say one last thing?
Yeah, and
then
then
we'll pray.
Sister Cherry's gonna say something. I don't know if you wanna add something.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to add is, we know that
Louder.
there's 8 laws of health, and stress is one of them. I've learned through experience and through other people's lives that stress can be manifested in diseases. So if we don't know how to manage our stress, it will manifest itself in a disease. And we don't realize that diseases can be constant chronic migraines, headaches. Those are diseases that stresses of life and things like that nature. We've compacted, those things have been manifested in our physical frame. So we need to find time for ourselves to take care of yourself that God has given us, because we only have one life and one body that He's given us stewardship over. So that's all I wanted to share.
Amen.
Amen. So,
So,
guys, to end the
Recording.
recording and the relaxation class, we just want to thank you guys for coming, and our teachers. I've learned a lot. I thought I was doing a good job sometimes when I release some people's stress, but I found out I was not doing anything. So I praise God for Sister Sherry and Brother Borno, who came and shared their knowledge with us, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So let's bow our head, and Sister Anne, can you just say a prayer for us, and then we'll conclude.
All right. Now, one thing I can say as well is that all these things work when we recognize that it's not by us,
It's by God. Amen.
The Spirit of God is what makes everything works.
Amen. Amen.
Seigneur, nous vous remercions de souhaiter avec nous pendant la séance. Et formation ça, que nous avons appris. Merci pour l'instructeur, merci déjà pour notre présent. Mais que nous avons mis des conseils à la pratique. Nous avons vivre mieux et nous avons aider les autres. Bénis les Seigneur pour nous et pour les enfants de Jésus.
Amen. 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 All right.
And And Sister Neva, one thing I wanted to say, if you wanna continue, because one day is not it's not enough to share everything and to teach everybody.
Yes.
So
We'll come back and do it again.
yeah, if we can do it.
Not in 2 years this time.
We look together, you feel that I've got the
You have it 24/7. Yes, you do. Mr. Bono, like let's say I stand like this. I will show you.
yeah.
Like let's say not high. Anyway, like let's say I